Welcome back to Tech Vibe, the channel where future tech becomes today's reality. And trust me, what you're about to hear might completely change your expectations for compact desktops in 2025. If you thought the Mac Mini M2 and M4 were impressive, Apple's upcoming Mac Mini M5 is shaping up to be the most powerful, most aggressive, and most surprisingly priced compact desktop Apple has ever made. So stay with me, because some of these leaks don't just sound exciting, they sound like Apple is preparing for a major shift in strategy. Let's kick this off with the headline feature, the new 12-core Apple M5 chip. Early benchmarks coming out of Apple's supply chain show that the M5 is not just a refinement, it's a huge leap. Apple is reportedly shifting to a more advanced 3nm process, optimized for performance per watt in a way no previous chip in the lineup has achieved. And the real shocker? The M5 is rumored to deliver over 30% faster CPU performance compared to the M4 while offering up to 40% better efficiency. That means cooler temperatures, quieter operation, and desktop-class performance in a form factor that still fits in your palm. And here's the part that's getting developers excited. Apple is designing the M5 with next-generation AI acceleration built directly into the neural engine. Not a small bump. Not a software tweak. We're talking about a much larger NPU designed to handle on-device AI workloads at speeds Apple has never offered before. Imagine real-time video processing, AI rendering, AI coding tools, voice automation, all running locally, instantly, and with zero cloud delay. But that's not all. The GPU performance is getting a massive bump too. The new 12-core GPU configuration is rumored to include Apple's next-wave dynamic mesh shading, variable refresh optimizations, and an expanded hardware ray tracing pipeline. Apple has been criticized for slow adoption of ray tracing, but the M5 is allegedly the point where they fully commit, and the Mac Mini might become the most affordable Apple product capable of console-level visuals for creators and casual gamers. Now let's talk memory, because this is where Apple is planning a major upgrade. Multiple reports suggest that the base model Mac Mini M5 will finally start at 16 GB of unified memory, ditching the outdated 8 GB that frustrated so many users. On top of that, the maximum configuration could go up to 48 GB or even 64 GB unified memory. For a compact desktop, that's insane. And if you're wondering about storage, yes, Apple heard the complaints. They're testing a base model with 512 GB SSD instead of 256 GB. Nothing confirmed, but multiple supply chain hits say Apple wants the Mac Mini to become the go-to machine for students, offices, developers, and small editing setups. More storage at base level is a smart move, and this year, finally, it might happen. Now, let's talk design. The Mac Mini M5 isn't expected to look drastically different on the outside, but don't be fooled, Apple is testing a new internal thermal design to handle the higher sustained performance of the M5 chip. It's still silent. Still cool to the touch. But the internals will be optimized so the Mac Mini can maintain top-tier performance for longer sessions. The ports? Apple might make a small but meaningful upgrade. There are rumors of 4 Thunderbolt 5 ports on the higher-end configuration. Not Thunderbolt 4, Thunderbolt 5. That means 80 gigabits per second bandwidth with burst speeds of up to 120 gigabits per second. This opens the door for faster RAID setups, advanced external GPUs if Apple supports the feature, and ridiculously powerful monitor configurations. Speaking of monitors, the Mac Mini M5 should support multiple 6K displays and possibly one 8K display, ideal for video editors or productivity-heavy users. But here's the twist that really caught the tech community off guard. the price leak. According to insiders, the Mac Mini M5 could start at $599 in the US. That is lower than expected, and if Apple actually goes through with this, it may shake up the entire compact PC market. Apple wants to bring more users into the ecosystem, and the Mac Mini has always been their most underrated gateway device. Another reason Apple might keep the price low? This year, Apple is heavily focused on Mac AI features in macOS 15.5 and beyond. They want a massive surge in Mac adoption to push their on-device AI features mainstream. A $599 Mac Mini M5 would absolutely do that. Now let's talk release date. Nearly all analysts agree, AP. PLE is aiming for a March or April 2025 event. The Mac Mini M5 isn't flashy enough for a September iPhone event, but it is important enough for a targeted spring launch. Production for the M5 chip has already begun, which strongly supports a first-half 2025 release. Before we wrap, here's the most exciting part. The Mac Mini M5 could be the first mid-range Apple computer designed with AI at the center of the experience. Everything from editing to productivity to automation to development is getting an AI-first redesign in macOS. And the M5 chip will take full advantage of that, making the Mac Mini arguably one of the most future-proof Apple products releasing next year. Let's be honest, if these specs are true, the Mac Mini M5 won't just be an upgrade. It'll be Apple's boldest move in affordable desktops in more than a decade. And with that, it's time to close out today's deep dive. If you want more powerful, honest, and hype-free tech breakdowns, you know what to do. This is Tech Vibe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Stay curious, stay innovative, and stay tuned, because the future of computing is about to get a whole lot smaller and a whole lot faster.